Welcome to the second part of ARP poisoning. So the concept of ARP poisoning is clear to us. Now just remains the application, and it is very simple. We have to use a simple tool, and it is a very easy tool to use. You already know the theory, how it is happening, where is an attacker placed. Okay, one more thing, what is the setup? The current setup is that my Kali is in bridged mode, and for victim I will be using my host machine, which is Windows machine, because if I use another VM it would really slow down the process, and it is just a small demonstration, so I can wrap it up with the host machine only. One more point I would like to highlight is that there are script kiddies. Script kiddies are people who know how to use tools but don't know how they are working, like the theory behind that tool. So if you know the theory, if you have gone through the lecture 1 of ARP poisoning, you know all about ARP poisoning, what is ARP and how it is happening, then you are not a script kiddie. You know what is the theory. If you know the theory, then application of tool is really easy. You understand how it is working. But if you just know how to use the tool, that is a wrong path. You just become a script kiddie that way. Of course, as you gain experience in this field, like of 3 years, 4 years, you start building tools also. But the main thing you should focus on is the theory, like how is the thing working. So without further ado, let's begin with the practical. Like I said, my Kali is in bridge mode and I am using an external network adapter. I have the alpha network adapter, and I can show you by if config that I have WLAN 0. If you don't have, you can use if config WLAN 0 up this command and it will be shown here. Another important thing to know is here we have to click and select the particular Wi-Fi that our host system is connected to. So basically Kali becomes a separate machine and it is connected to a Wi-Fi. The same Wi-Fi our host machine is connected to. Alright, okay. So now click here. We'll use the tool now. Enter the password since it requires the root permissions. Now this is a tool, EtherCap, a very neat tool, a very handy tool, and you need not code anything here. It is very simple usage, and now you know the theory, so you will be knowing that what all is happening in the background. So since our interface is WLAN 0, select WLAN 0 and select on tick mark. Okay. It says started unified sniffing. You can stop and start again from here. Click this icon to get the host list. Okay, now it might not be visible lot of hosts, so click on this search bar. It will scan and show which all hosts are connected over here. So these are the hosts that are connected. Okay, now one thing we'll do, this is the command you can type. You can pause the video and type this command. So if we view this currently, it is 0. Okay, 0 is placed inside this file. However, if we use this particular command, then what will happen, the 1 will be printed inside this particular file. And what is the importance of 1? 1 means true, 0 means false. So when we are giving true inside this, then IP forwarding will start. Okay, let's hit enter. And now if we cat this particular file, we have 1 inside. Great. So that means IP forwarding has been started. Okay. Now the next thing is we need to identify our gateway IP. Our gateway IP is 1.1. Okay. Now remember this and let's go to the host machine. So here if you check your IP, you will get your IP as 1.12 and gateway is again 1.1. This will always be the same. This is nothing but the IP of your router. Okay. 1.12 is the IP of the victim machine. Let's go back to our Kali, and in EtherCap 1.1 is the gateway. Okay, right click, add to target 1, and 1.12 is the victim machine, so add this to target 2. Great. So now click this MITM menu. This is the MITM menu icon. Click on this and select ARP poisoning. Now you don't have to do anything. Again, you know the concept. Everything will be done by this tool. Sniff remote connection should be tick marked and click OK. Okay, now the thing is that most people don't tell, they just demonstrate. This tool, ARP poisoning, this concept works on websites which run on HTTP. Now there are various websites which are HTTPS, and these days they are using a technology of HSTS. So what is HSTS? It basically force a website to be loaded on HTTPS only. It will not allow the website to go to HTTP. So websites like Google, Facebook, this method won't work there and you will not be able to get the credentials. Where will this method work? Like there are colleges, hotels, they have portals which are HTTP portals, and there you can easily capture the credentials entered by the user. More importantly, you should understand that we are learning this for the purpose of concept and we are not going to use it anywhere unethically. This is just for educational purposes. Someone in interview might ask you that what is ARP? What is ARP poisoning? So you have the knowledge. You are not just limited to know how to use the tool. You will be able to explain that what actually is happening in ARP poisoning, how a man in the middle attack is done. Alright, so let's move further. We have done ARP poisoning, etc. Every setting has been done. Let's go to the Windows machine and navigate to this particular website as usual, like I told you. And since this is a test application, so you can do whatever you want over this application. Go to testphp.vulnerweb.com, click on your cart. Okay, it will show that you are logged out, so you need to log in. Click on login page. Now assume you are a victim, so the correct credentials test have been given over here, and you unknowingly that someone is sniffing over your network. You enter test, and as soon as you click login, something will happen in Kali Ethercap. You click login, you think that you are being logged in, and you are logged in also. Okay, there is no suspicion over here, but at the same time in Kali your credentials have been logged. So now in Wireshark tutorial also we were seeing manually. Okay, we were seeing each packet manually that where credentials are. But this tool makes it more easier. Directly shows you the credentials what have been entered and where it have been entered. It will also give you the information of the website. So that way this is a very handy tool, a very cool tool to use. Again, as a disclaimer, this is just for educational purpose and don't use anywhere unethically. It can get you into big trouble. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching this.